Hello, welcome back to my channel. I am Anna and I'm a little bit spooky, and today we are reviewing a very pale foundation from Maybelline. This is the Maybelline Dream Radiant Liquid with hyaluronic acid and collagen. Okay, so what we're going to do today is we're going to do a full day wear test. I have a demo in this video, and this is obviously what it looks like on my skin now that my makeup is finished. But in this video, we are going to go through the details, the claims of this foundation, talk about the shade range, everything else, the finish, you name it. We're going to cover it, and we're going to do a 12-day, Jesus Christ, no. A 12-hour wear test with this foundation. We are currently at the 1 hour-ish mark of it being on. Things look good to go. I use products that I know that I like and know work well for me in conjunction with this foundation to give it its best shot. And yeah, I've got to do some grocery shopping today, run some errands, do that kind of stuff. So we will see how she holds up throughout a 12-hour day. So let's go ahead and jump into the demo of this foundation and talking about some details. But before we do, don't forget to like and subscribe, comment down below. Let me know any new foundations you would like to see reviews of, or concealers. I am trying to get my hands on that e.l.f. one. The whole reason I went to the store last night, to CVS, and ended up buying this, I was looking for the e.l.f. Radiant Concealer, or their new concealer, and did not have that, but they had this. Without further ado, let's get into that demo and details. Okay, so today we are doing a first impressions wear test and review of the Maybelline Dream Radiant Liquid. This is hyaluronic acid and collagen, and I have it in the shade Alabaster. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is prime my face so I can show you everything that I do. First thing I did was I went in with my SPF moisturizer. I used the Fountain of Truth Good Day Souffle Hydrating Moisturizer. Primer today, because I always wear a primer. I'm not gonna not test it with a primer. I always wear a primer. I'm gonna use the NYX Angel Veil because that's one that I truly know works well for me. She's my ride or die. Okay, and to apply it, I'm gonna use my wet Japanese or damp Japanese sponge. I don't usually use brushes for liquid foundation, so I'm just not gonna do that. I'm not a brush gal. I'm really not for foundation. So this comes with a pump, which is awesome. I'm gonna pump out just a couple of pumps on the back of my hand. It's thick, it's moussey, and yeah, it's like quite thick. It forms nice peaks. So I'm gonna dot a little bit of this on my face, and we'll get to blending. I just wanna see how far the coverage goes. Color looks good. Dot on a little more. It's blending out quite easy. Seems to be quite a sheer coverage. Like, I can see my redness through it. I can see my freckles. It just makes it look a little bit pale. But we'll go in with some more. I've got 2 pumps on the back of my hand. So far I've probably used half a pump. So I'm gonna take a little bit more, blend this out and see where we are. Okay, that's looking better. This does seem to be quite a sheer formula. I mean, of course I am applying it with a sponge, so it would probably go on more full coverage with a brush. I just don't like brushes for foundation much. It's just not me. I never use a brush on myself. On clients I have, but I don't know, I like a sponge on me. But yeah, I can still see some freckles and redness peeking through. So it's kind of a natural finish, but it just things look a little more even. The shade actually almost might be too pale for me. That's crazy. I still have a good bit on my hand still that I'm working off of. This seems to, build up okay. Overall, this looks very skin-like. Like, this looks like my skin. Just evened out some. Like, I like that I can still see, like, my deeper freckles through it. This would be a nice, like, everyday lightweight foundation to me. It doesn't appear to be oxidizing any. So I can still see some redness on my cheeks, but that's okay. I mean, concealer and everything else will probably balance that out. So far, this looks pretty good. Let me get close into a mirror real quick and take a gander. See, up close it does look a little makeup-y. Like, I can kind of see it sitting on my skin a little bit. It doesn't look radiant at all. Looks pretty matte to me. I feel like it's kind of almost dry looking, in fact. Well, that's strange. Yeah, it almost looks dry. Not great coverage. I don't know if I like this one. That's a shame. You know, from this distance, it looks good. It's just, it's very, I need more on my cheeks, I feel like. I feel like it's just blending away as I work. So maybe I'll pop another pump on here. Should build it in these areas where I'm needing a little more coverage. Around the nose. Okay, that seemed to do the trick. So it does appear to be fairly buildable. I would almost call this a light coverage to medium at best. Yeah, if I'm just using a light hand and dabbing it on, it is covering more. And so there's like a little red spot on my chin. It's not wanting to cover that. It's a little maybe patchy feeling. I don't know. So I feel like it is kind of settling into my smile lines a little bit. Still see freckles through it. A little bit of redness. It looks almost too pale compared to my neck. So I'm gonna blend it down. And I'm gonna warm this up, of course, bronzer and stuff. I don't know, it just feels a bit patchy, if I could describe it anyway. A little bit patchy. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my concealer and setting powder, and we'll be back to see how it looks after all that's done. Okay, so I got concealer done and set everything down with some powder. The way I usually do, I didn't bake or anything super heavy. I've got foundation on my hand. And just, you know, did my normal setting and, you know, concealer routine. For concealer, I use the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. I know this is a matte concealer. I can't find the radiant one yet in store. I like to buy in stores so I can look at the colors, okay? But I think it looks nice. It's playing well with the concealer. I set my face using the Maybelline Fit Me powder. Yeah, it is not looking radiant, even though, of course, I went over with powder. But a lot of times I can use the, say, L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow and still have some radiance to my skin after setting it. This, I'm not seeing radiance in it. Like, even on the back of my hand, like, I mean, it looks kind of skin-like and satiny, but it's not radiant. It doesn't have any, like, pearl pigments in it like this does, which I enjoy. So yeah, we're gonna see how long this wears today, and if it holds up nicely. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of my face, and we'll come back and see how it really looks. But so far, I'm not hating it now. Like, it was a little patchy at first. I just need to learn the formula, I guess, and learn it, because I've just been so stuck on like the Pro Glow and the Infallible one, which is, you know, full coverage. So I'm so used to that like I haven't used something that isn't full coverage in quite some time. I think the shade match is okay, maybe a little bit pale on me, but I kind of warmed it up. My powder that I use is not quite as pale, so I think everything's kind of matching. Like, if I do that, it matches. My neck just looks a little darker from the shadow of my lighting. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of my face, and we'll be back to talk about the product. Okay, and this is the look complete using the new Maybelline Dream Radiant Liquid Foundation with hyaluronic acid and collagen. I have shade 00 Alabasters, which we use today. Now that everything is finished, I think it looks really, really nice. It is a very medium, light to medium coverage. You can build it though, and I got it to cover most everything. I will say the only radiance that I have on my skin though, which is probably my only gripe, we'll see how it wears throughout the day. However, the only reason my skin looks any radiant right now is because I used the Dewy Setting Mist from e.l.f. and I have used a highlighter on my cheeks. Those are the only areas that are glowy to me. This doesn't have any pearls in it or anything like that that are gonna like look glowy. I'm interested to see how it wears, and if like my oils kind of break through, if it gets a little more plump and full during the, you know, throughout the wear time, if it changes. But currently right now, it was honestly, I would say, pretty matte looking on my skin and almost clung to dry patches, which is a little frustrating. However, I will say when it's all finished and done, I like it. I think it looks really nice on my skin. It was just when I initially applied it, I was kind of like, I don't know about all that. Anyway, let's talk about this foundation and some of the claims. All right, let's look at the benefits on the Maybelline website. Get ready to face the city with radiance. Experience the medium coverage foundation finish your skin will never want to take off. This lightweight foundation is formulated with hyaluronic acid and collagen, moisturizes skin and gives a natural look, radiant look, delivering up to 12 hours of hydration. This new formula comes in 20 shades, provides a smooth and even looking skin. It's the perfect foundation for dry skin. We'll see about that, okay? Because I have fairly like combo to dry skin, and I didn't feel like this helped my dry skin that much. Let me go ahead and take another look in the mirror real quick, up close. I mean, it doesn't look bad. it just looks like I'm having some, you know, settling in the smile lines, which does happen most times, but this one, like, it was settling in those smile lines immediately. Otherwise, I think it looks quite nice on the skin. I did have to do a lot of building, which I don't normally do because to me, this is definitely more of a lightweight to medium buildable. You can build it to a medium. Like, it's not full coverage by any means. You saw like my redness, my freckles still coming through, and I think I did probably 3 layers in all of foundation. Admittedly, it was only about 2.5 pumps, but still it was more than foundation that I normally would apply, because I tend to go with more of a fuller one and then use a light hand. This I kind of had to use a heavier hand, so it was a little bit opposite of what I would normally do. My skin doesn't look dry now because I obviously have done setting spray and stuff, but I think it looks all right. I'm not mad at it. I'm happy to have it. I love the color match. I think it's a little bit almost pale for me, so I had to like bronze up a little bit, which like never happens, so that's kind of exciting. And I like it. I think it looks good on the skin. I really like the undertone in this. It has much more of a bluey undertone rather than just a pink or a yellow. It's very neutral, almost blue. Like, it's nice. When I say blue undertone, I don't mean it's a blue foundation, by the way. I mean it's not red or yellow. It is just a true like pale shade, which is really cool. So I would definitely recommend this to my pale girls out there who are looking for something that matches them. Like very pale. Unless you are super yellow, I don't think this will work on you. But this would be great for the cool tone girls. I like it. Did have quite a nice shade range. I mean, it's only 20 shades, but there was a good variety within there. And that since this is more of a light to medium coverage, I think you have a little more leeway with the colors than you do with a full coverage foundation. You can also, of course, mix and match and create your perfect shade, which I do a lot. Like, I tend to mix foundations quite often for either finish reasons or for color match reasons, because I am quite pale with a neutral leaning cool undertone, but cool tone foundations tend to look pink on me. And then sometimes they're almost too cool, like this one, where I had to warm it up a little bit with some bronzer. I know, I'm like, who am I? So, but yeah, other than that, I think it's pretty good. I mean, we're gonna wear it all day. I'm gonna try to wear it for 12 hours and we will see how it looks at the end of the day. And this retails for $12.99 on the Maybelline website. I think I got mine at CVS for around $12. You can always use coupons and stuff like that. I actually didn't have a coupon or a sale or anything, but I just saw it on the shelf and I was like, ooh, and grabbed it because I'm impatient and can't wait for sales. So this is our first check-in. This has been on maybe an hour at the most because I was kind of peeling around doing my eyeshadow and, you know, the rest of the face and drinking some coffee my husband brought me. So yeah, I'm gonna go do some grocery shopping, probably get some dinner, and then we'll do a mid check-in, and then I will check in before I head to bed. Okay, check-in time. I've had this foundation on since about 3:30 today. It's 8:20. 5-hour mark. Yeah, 5. I can't math. We're at 5 hours in. Admittedly, I haven't done anything strenuous today. I did not get groceries. We just ended up going to get more coffee. So, I don't have a problem. I don't. Yeah, everything is holding up really nicely. My hair's a bit of a mess. Gotta put a hoodie on. But, yeah, the skin looks great. I'm not having any breakdown thus far. Does it look dewy or anything like that? No, it still looks kind of dry. I think maybe if I didn't powder it, it probably would perhaps look a little dewier, but I'm not particularly like that dry skinned that I feel like something should make me look dry. Like, I usually, very few products really, unless they're like super matte foundations, I honestly don't see much of a difference between this and a matte foundation or just like a satin finish. I wouldn't call this a radiant foundation by any stretch of the imagination. I would call it skin-like, natural looking. But otherwise, it is wearing quite nicely throughout the day. I have had to kind of touch the end of my nose a little bit because it's allergy season. I'm sniffly. It's very windy and kind of cold, so you know how your nose just kind of gets sniffly. But otherwise, I think it looks quite nice. We're holding up good, and I will probably check in again, look at maybe midnight. I'm gonna try to stay up until like 3 a.m. to do the full day wear test situation. We'll see if I make it. It's the final check-in. It's 3 a.m. and I'm getting sleepy, real sleepy, and I want to take a bath and take my makeup off. So we have been wearing the we've been wearing the Maybelline what is it even called? I don't even remember at this point. Dream Radiant Liquid Foundation for 12 hours. We did it. 12-hour wear test. You're gonna have to ignore the fact that I have my glasses on. That's gonna have messed up some spots around, you know, the eye area. But I have been working at the computer most of the evening, editing videos, and I have touched my face a little bit right in here, done a little bit of this, and I have been rubbing my nose like crazy, like doing a lot of this action and this, because I'm itchy and allergies and all that. So I'm gonna get a close-up look in the mirror here and see how things are wearing, or rather I'll just look in a little hand mirror. From a distance, we okay. I can definitely see I am looking shiny up here, not glowy, but just oily, and it's like starting to break up around the hairline. The cheeks look okay. The nose is definitely, she's seen better. Let me go ahead and take these off so I think I'm just gonna get my magnified mirror so I can really see what the heck's going on. Oh my goodness, look at where my glasses were. Oh, shit. Let me just, oh God, look on my glasses. Glasses wearers know what's up with that. So let me just get in here real close with my magnification mirror so I can see what the heck is going on. Yeah, definitely breaking up all over the nose, not just where I was rubbing, but just all around it in general. Of course, this is gone. That's from the glasses, not the foundation. It's a little bit of creasing in here, not terrible. The chin's not the worst. Obviously, I've been touching right here, so that's why that's worn away. Does my skin look particularly hydrated or in better condition or look great? No. It looks about average of how it would look after a 12-hour day. I'm not having like a lot of oiliness breaking through so much or any of that. Just a little bit on the forehead, like right in here. It's feeling a little like it's breaking down some, you know, but it's just normal wearing your makeup all day breaking down. Is this a super long wearing product? Probably average. I did set it pretty well today. As far as radiance goes, no, I don't think I look any more particularly radiant than I did earlier today, aside from being a little oily. But again, you know, it's not much. Like, I don't feel sticky really. Little bit, but nothing terrible by any means. Again, I do have fairly dry combo skin. Yeah, I gotta put my glasses back on because I can't look at this. This is, My eyeshadow held up really well though. Hey. And my lipstick is still on. I just realized I have not eaten a single meal today. Wow. Otherwise, everything I think held up pretty good. It just looks how you look at the end of a 12-hour day. So overall, pretty good foundation. I don't find it particularly hydrating at all. I don't know, I don't feel like it did anything as far as that goes. I don't feel like it's particularly radiant, but I think it's a nice shade. It's a nice medium coverage, kind of easy foundation, and it is somewhat buildable. Yeah, sure, it's cool. It's got hyaluronic acid and some collagen, but I don't feel like my skin did anything marvelous or unique today. And yeah, the nose definitely broke down pretty bad. I mean, I was doing this, but I wasn't like rubbing the top of my nose for this part to be gone. But otherwise, we alright. It's an alright foundation. Don't feel like it oxidized on me or anything like that. That is that on this 12-day wear test and review and first impressions, all of it in one. Let me know what you guys think of this. Have you tried it yet? Opinions, thoughts, whatever. Let me know in the comments down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know any new foundations you would like to see reviews of and wear tests. We will try to do at least 10 hours. Today we did 12, I'm proud of that. Let me know down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Stay spooky. Bye now.